I want to talk a little bit now about a different kind of collection, something I never meant to collect, certainly. I'm going to start here, put this aside for now. This cookbook, and anybody who lives in Newfoundland is familiar with the Cream of the West and probably had this cookbook. This one was mine when I was a child, and I won't tell you how many years ago that was. Too long to talk about. And you can see it's had a lot of use and still gets used. This is a barber's cookbook, and again, it's a Newfoundland cookbook. This is the 3rd edition, and just some different types of recipes, cakes and I don't know, pies, pickles, all sorts of things. This cookbook I bought on Facebook Marketplace because it's quite old, and I love the ads that are in it. And I thought, oh wow, I bet you there's some good recipes in here. See, look, we've got an ad here for saddlery, and I think back in these days when ladies were cooking, they knew maybe, well, I guess they cooked all the time. They knew more than we do now, because a lot of the recipes in here will tell you the ingredients, doesn't necessarily tell you the quantities, and it, for the most part, doesn't include any instructions. So I think you'd have to be just a very good cook to know how to use this book, which is kind of too bad, but it's still a nice thing to have. It is published by the St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. I think it's from the 1940s, could be earlier. At any rate, it's a nice book, and I'm glad to have it. This Newfoundland recipe book is another one that I've had for a long time, and I do use this. I use it quite a lot, actually. So we'll put that one aside, and this one is Robin Hood. Robin Hood flour is another flour that's pretty popular here, and you can see at the time you could order more copies of this if you wanted to. You've got bread dough, fruit bread, white bread. I've never been a bread baker. No, never tried it, but it's nice too. It's got some lovely pictures in the middle, so that's a nice old one. This is the Cream of the West cookbook again, but this one is in hardcover. So this one, excuse me, I don't use because it's in such good condition. I'd like to keep it that way, and it's basically the same recipes that is in this one here. So this one is just something that I love and I want to keep. Now, the other thing I'm showing you here is rolling pins. And I don't know when I got a collection of rolling pins. Let me see. I think this one was mine. I do like to bake pies, and I guess I've had that maybe 35 or 40 years. So it's certainly vintage, and it was always fine. I didn't think I needed any more. Then I came across some very nice older ones at a yard sale mostly. This one, I don't know where it was made. It's vintage. It's very, very heavy. So it's a nice rolling pin. And of course, you're going to have your favorite that you're going to use. This is very similar to the one I just showed you. So I guess it would be from the same time period. It's just not quite as heavy for some reason. This is an older one. Again, you can see it did have painted red handles. Paint is pretty much worn off. This one is pretty lightweight. These two here are actually made, both of them, from one piece of wood. And as far as I can determine, this one would have been made on a lathe, I think it's called. So it would have been done with a machine, but it's certainly old, and I would go as far as to call it antique. It's very nice. This little one has become my favorite rolling pin. It's just a nice size, perfect for pies or whatever you're making. And I do believe, and again, I could be corrected, but I kind of think this one may be hand cut. And again, was one solid piece of wood, as was this one in the beginning. See, those handles are not attached. They're part of the wood. So a lot of work went into that for sure. But yeah, this is one of my favorites, or I would say my favorite. It's just the right size, right weight, and makes me want to make a pie, actually. And when you look at an old rolling pin like this, you have to wonder who used it and what they made and how long ago it was. Obviously, it had a string here to hang it up. This little thing, some people will look at that right away and know what it is. Some people won't. This is not a reproduction. This is one that I bought many years ago at an antique store. And it is a pie bird. So the purpose of this was that you would cut a slit in the middle of your pie, put this guy down in the slit, and steam would escape up through his body and out through his mouth, so that or out through his beak, I should say, so that your bottom crust wouldn't be too soggy. So that's what that is, a pie bird. If you ever see one around, you should pick it up. I think you can still get them. I think they're actually being reproduced, but this is an older one. I guess that's a crow, and it's something I've had for quite some time, and I think it sort of fits in with the theme of the rolling pins. Anyway, I guess I don't collect primitives. I guess you might call them primitives, but apparently I do collect rolling pins. So once again, thanks for watching and have a great day.